We are here at the American Airlines Center with the crowd going crazy. It'll be the defending NBA champion Golden State Warriors facing the Dallas Mavericks. Thanks for joining us as we get set to bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and on the sideline tonight, Doris Burke.
Ready, gentlemen? Ready?
And it's the Warriors to start out. All right, let's set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, the defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots, and it's Barnes and at the small forward. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here.
And Zaza Pachulia, for my money, has been one of the toughest players in the league. He's got a boxer's mentality. Even his face looks a little bit like a boxer's. He doesn't have the quick twitch muscles of some guys, but his power and effort consistently stand out.
No good on the second free throw. Talking about Zaza's toughness, it's one of the reasons he has such a high rebounds per minute average over his career. And defending on the blocks, he's almost unmovable.
He really, you know what, Coach Kidd loves Zaza. Even started him over John Henson by the end of the season. I mean, he's always willing to trade body blows down low and certainly wins his fair share of those battles. And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Now here's Williams. We're about 1 minute into the first. Deflects the pass, tries to save it. Here's Pachulia. Here's Nowitzki, another shot. And that'll be Dallas as it goes out of bounds. Mavericks retain possession. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. The Warriors have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Curry wide open. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Their backcourt is phenomenal, Kevin. Absolutely phenomenal. That's why they've been given the green light every time they touch the ball.
Thompson against Matthews. Good on the three-point shot.
Defender there in the neighborhood, but not quite close enough. Good shot.
Warriors have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Curry against Williams. And he gets it to go. Curry's got his second bucket.
And an area where Dallas struggled last season was defending the three-pointer. A lot of their losses came against teams that just took them apart from beyond the arc.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. Dallas struggled to defend the three last year, as you said. Bottom 5 in the NBA in three-point percentage against. And the team shot just over, Clark, 36% against them from three.
And to compound that particular issue is that they allow teams to take a bunch of threes against them. I mean, it's something they've really got to shore up going into next season.
And last year, we saw Coach Rick Carlisle pass the 600-win mark. Former Coach of the Year award winner, has had so much success here in Dallas. One of many coaches to play for the 80s Celtics.
Here's Dallas. It's a three-point game. And with Coach Carlisle, he's had great success, Greg, as you're talking about, down in Dallas. Now in his 8th season, he's never finished under 500 with the Mavericks. Only finished under 500 once in his whole career. And Clark, he only missed the playoffs twice as a head coach.
Well, we had him in Indiana, and he's fantastic as a basketball coach. And the Mavericks have made it known that he can hang around and coach as long as he'd like to. That's pretty high praise for Rick Carlisle.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Kevin, over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Rick Carlisle said to his team. He made no mistake that their plan was to run their offense through Williams. Coach is looking for something special from him. He's usually not their main option at the offensive end, but it looks like he's going to be today. He said also that their offense needs to be a patient one. He told them, don't rush things. Use as much of that shot clock as you need to. It's still very early in this game, so there's plenty of time for those changes to take effect, Kevin.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. Here is Matthews, following the basket by Stephen Curry. From deep three-point range, cannot hit. Good D by Thompson.
And just because you can make it from outside doesn't mean you need to live there.
Not that far out anyway, Greg. I mean, he can work for a better shot than that.
Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. Thompson's got 6.
Everything going according to the script for them offensively so far.
Clark, shots be falling. That's for sure. They're scoring with a tremendous amount of confidence.
You went straight playground old school there, partner.
Here's Nowitzki after the made shot from Klay Thompson. A nice bounce back here for Harrison Barnes. Clark in year 3 moved into the starting lineup last year and really responded.
Yeah, he did. I think he benefited from the new system. He was miscast as an isolation scorer, but when he can spot up for threes and catch the ball on the move, that's his game.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
And he's going up for the alley-oop. It's stolen by Green. And here we go. Thompson heading to the hoop. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. 8 points for him. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Warriors.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Spates checked in for Golden State. Iguodala comes in for Barnes.
I'll tell you what, Harrison Barnes, very athletic. He certainly passes the eye test. And with his size, he can punish smaller wings and create mismatches. And then also he can play some small ball power forward at times as well with the way they like to space the floor.
And that one's good.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
Warriors leading by 7. Curry dishes to Thompson. Golden State moving the ball around. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
And you talk about Harrison Barnes overall. He had a nice uptick in his rebounding last year, and that was a goal of his. He wanted to get his activity level up. And oftentimes the difference between being good and great is just making those small incremental improvements in different facets of your game.
They swipe it. Pass to Felton. Iguodala with the steal. And here we go. Warriors running again. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
But no time to relax here. They've got to keep the pressure on with the defense, and I think they've got to try to put this one away early.
Dallas calls timeout.
And they've gotten good looks, so that's one reason they're frustrated. Maybe he can come up with something to get them an easy one, maybe get to the line.
Yeah, that may be the answer for them. But you know what else, Greg? Ultimately, I think because they're getting good shots, they'll make a better percentage of them going forward.
Stolen by Thompson. Here is Livingston. Pass to Green. Thompson outside. Offensive rebound. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Here's Iguodala. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Thompson that time on the assist by Iguodala. 11 points for Klay Thompson. Mavericks trail by 15. To end the run. Can't get it to go.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Back to Iguodala from past the arc. The shot no good. It'll count. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the. And Dirk Nowitzki still remembers the Mavs 2011 championship. He said he'd love to get...
that 11th season, I'll never forget.
Once definitely not enough for Dirk. He's been to the mountaintop and he wants more. Another trip there would be terrific for him. He's been to the finals twice.
Yeah, and you heard him. It was like the whole city was having one big party all summer long because they were there. How could you not want to have that experience once again?
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And a very convincing performance here from the Warriors so far.
And it's really about limiting their mistakes. And early on, they've been able to do that here in the first.
And, guys, I like what I've seen from them on the other end, forcing a few giveaways, and that's allowed them to widen that turnover margin.
So on the floor for Golden State to begin this second quarter. Iguodala and Green are set at the forward spots. Livingston and Thompson are the guards. And it's Ezeli in at the 5, roaming the paint. Barnes, he's checked in for the Warriors. Curry comes in for Shaun Livingston. Here's Williams. Poked loose. And guys, I would have to say one of the most underrated defensive players in the NBA, Draymond Green. Might not be the case anymore after coming in second in the Defensive Player of the Year voting last year.
Yep, he might not look the part. You know, undersized, but you talk to the scouts and the stat geeks, they'll tell you he's one of the best in the game defensively.
You can't afford to be playing that loose right now.
Definitely not. I mean, things have to be tight. You want to be playing smart, high-level basketball. You don't want to be brain fading right now.
Curry against Williams. Fires for 3. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Warriors leading by 17. Here's Barnes. And Pachulia pulls it down. Pachulia's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
And he's trying to shoot his way out of it. You know, they have the lead, but honestly, I think it might help if he be a little bit more selective tonight.
And the Warriors making a change here. Barbosa's checked in. Leaps for it. Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession.
Well, I think that pass caught him off guard, but he showed us board hands, too.
Andrew Bogut. He's checked in for the Warriors. The Warriors have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Curry kicks to Bogut. They set the pick. The dish to Barbosa. Tries again. Ezeli gets the bucket. Ezeli's got 4 points in the quarter.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Now the Warriors moving it up. Williams with the steal. And now the fast break. Nowitzki with the ball. And there's Parsons on the assist from Williams.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Really left alone that time. And 11 points for Steph Curry.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Just no chance for the smaller defender to block that shot.
He's really, really good at using his size to free himself up for those mid-range jumps. Master at it.
And there's the foul. It goes on Wesley Matthews. That is his first foul of the game. Harris is checked in for Pachulia. And Golden State also making a change. Brandon Rush, he's checked in for Festus Ezeli. And that one's good. And that's 13 points for Steph Curry.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
What a year for the Warriors. Clark won their division for the first time in 39 years, ran away with the very tough Western Conference.
And there were a number of surprises last season, Kevin, but the Warriors were at the top of the list. I mean, I don't think anybody, including you and I, pegged them to be as good as they were.
Especially the way the finals began.
Exactly.
And the Warriors won 51 games back in 2014, improved that mark by 16 wins last season. Among teams that won at least 50 games in the previous year, that 16-game improvement was an NBA record for the Warriors.
Ian Clark's checked in for the Warriors. Good on both.
It goes without saying the Warriors set franchise records all over the place with their play. Their win total being the highest ever, but also of note was it was the first time they've won 50